Hello, people. Welcome to my channel. I decided to go ahead and make a channel to fight indoctrination slash misinformation slash disinformation, all the above. Um, so what brings me here today is that I recently came up with a theory that it seems like other people came up with in the past. And it only makes sense that if everybody keep coming to the same conclusion that we must examine the facts that keeps bringing people to that conclusion, and the conclusion is that there's no way possible 12.5 million people made it through the Middle Passage. Seeing that we have the Bermuda Triangle icebergs and the simple fact that the unsinkable metal ship called the Titanic only lasted for 8 days since it was completed. So, we need to re-examine everything they're telling us, and then just think like, why is it hard or paywall to access information that should be free if you know that you've taken these people's heritage from them, and hey, you need to go find out where you came from. Why should I have to pay you to find out where I came from? And then you still can't even tell me where I came from. And the reason why is because you're hiding where I came from. That's why you call people black or redact people's ethnicity. The government knows. I mean, I've made the ties. I don't know why everybody else can't make the ties. I mean, I've made the ties via blood type, via historical facts, and historical archaeological digs and stuff. I mean, to me, it's evident that the Native Americans or the Mayans, the Aztecs, the Incas, the Mayans, they're all one people, and they're also Native Americans. The colonizers used smallpox everywhere they went. They gave the Native Americans smallpox. They gave the Hawaiians smallpox. They gave the Mayans smallpox, and also the flu. That's two of their biological weapons of war. Smallpox and the flu. You can look throughout history. Those three South American tribes, the Mayans, the Aztecs, and the Incas, all died from smallpox. They also got raped. There's a picture depicting it by some guy named Cortez. I'm gonna look that up and probably link that picture. I mean, that picture to me says Mexican buckbreaking. I mean, it's point blank period. With the Alamo, you had Mexicans forced, Native Americans forced south. But when you look at it, the color blue that the Mayans utilized comes from Georgia. So it makes sense why Georgia and Florida were, a big part of those wars that lasted for a long time, because this was Mayan slash Native American, or we really need to say indigenous Americans, facing off against the colonizers. Now, I'm trying to tell people they found a Mayan slave ship that had Mayans in the bottom of the ship as slaves heading to Cuba. They said the ship supposedly made rounds all the time. So obviously, Cubans are Mayans. Like, Venezuelans. I'm not even gonna go that far. Just it's it's evident to me who my people are. Y'all want to keep calling them Hispanics, Mexicans, and all that. Like, wake up. Just wake up. That land bridge stuff, BS. We sailed the rivers and the oceans and stuff, and there's a ton of islands. I haven't even counted them, but I'm willing to say there's about 100 of them in between Australia and South America. And people just so sleep. And you really have to second guess everything the indoctrinators have taught you, because it's starting to look like a lot of stuff is a lie, a lot. And I just, oh my gosh, it's terrible, terrible, terrible how people are fighting to protect their fake Jesus. And the crazy part is, if they don't give us reparations this go round, we're going to have this country charged with war crimes twice. One for the war crimes during the war on drugs that was declared against copper-colored people, and the other war crime was from Christopher Columbus. The same church slash court or whatever you want to call the Roman Catholic, whatever they are, what the Pope and all that, they authorized the discovery doctrine or doctrine of discovery, which basically said if it wasn't Christian people, inhabiting the lands, then you could go and basically commit genocide. In 1474, the same church had beheaded a guy named Peter von Hagenbach or something. It's the first international war crimes trial. They cut this man's head off and then told Christopher Columbus he could go do his thing, and Hernan Cortez could go do it. Hernan Cortez is the reason why the Aztecs and the Mayans are dead. Some other guy for the Incas, but I mean it's all around the same time period. Time period. And then these people talk about who killed the Mayans? Where'd they go? How'd the Aztecs disappear? Oh, the last pyramid builders on Earth. Y'all want to kill them? Y'all want to kill the last pyramid builders on Earth and say, oh, it's something we can't figure out how to do. Crazy. And then the simple fact that these people built pyramids all the way over here, the Pyramid of the Sun, and then in Egypt. Oh my gosh, there's your connection. That's why you think you're African American. Your most recent genealogy is this land here. You're not African. I had made a post saying that it would have took only just saying if they made 600 if 600 people made it per trip. If 600 people survived the trip, it would take almost 21,000 trips, 21,000 drop-offs on this continent of slaves. That is a lot. It was a lot of people here. Y'all don't understand. Y'all indigenous copper-colored people, no matter where we go, we are deep. We are very fertile. No matter where we go, it's always a lot of us. Always. Because we don't die, we multiply. Get it through your head. I'm gonna leave this video short because I'm just letting y'all know, man. Look, y'all get with us or get lost. They try to, confuse y'all. Oh, the Confederacy wanted slaves and all that. Man, it's crazy that the indigenous American nation that was here was actually called the Confederacy. You see that? How they keep on doing a play on words, and then ISIS, the Islamic State, whatever. F that. For Egypt, ISIS. Stay away from ISIS. This government is wicked. Wicked, 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 wicked. I'm gonna let this video stay short. It's gonna be more to come, a little bit more things to touch on. People pissing me off. I decided to just go ahead and use this old laptop webcam because I'm tired of waiting.